Badlands. Explain those Badlands. That's a hell of a name.
Good evening and welcome to Flow episode 18. How's the chat doing? What's up, y'all? Oh, I see we're getting rated right now from audio files. If you guys didn't check out that episode earlier, or that was just on, it was fantastic, man. It was the British invasion. I'm a Liverpool supporter when it comes to soccer, European football. So obviously, there's a lot of bands that came from Liverpool, but everyone knows the Beatles. But there are way more bands from Britain that came over, and unfortunately, in some ways, fortunately, but unfortunately, that was also a way that that the globalists were able to get a hold of our youth and our culture. So I'm glad they had this episode. There's some fantastic songs in there, but I'm not going to let Britain off the hook, the crown off the hook for sending over their operatives to try to shut us down. But anyway, J-Triet says, hold on, let me pull it up. J-Triet said, oh, that's not J-Triet, that's Scheisler. Hey, Scheisler, how you doing? Good to see you too. Future objective, we always come in dancing from the audio files. Pug dance. Love it. J-Triet said, hey, Cam Cooksey, do a great show, all right? All right? Thanks, Jay, I appreciate it, man. Y'all show is fantastic, and if you were in the chat, you guys heard me say, I'll say it out here because I said it, but I said we should do a Badlands only, or they should do a Badlands only episode of audio files. Obviously, it's not my show. I'm not telling anyone what to do, but I think that's a pretty good suggestion because we have so many talented artists in our audience and part of our community and part of our family that just the creators alone, we could probably get an entire episode or two. So anyway, that being said, guys, how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you all are all doing well. I see Maga Theo says happy weekend to everybody. And I say happy weekend as well to the rest of y'all. Let me pull you guys up on screen so you can see it. Hopefully it'll pop up. There we go. Oh, it doesn't have the little emojis, but that's okay. Anyway, all right, guys, let's get into our first ad read for the show. So first up, we have Tamarac Garden, and they were one of the sponsors that were at. They were one of the sponsors that was at Gart Deadwood, and I got to meet the husband and wife there. And I know Jackie got to talk to the wife a long time, but they're awesome people, and their products are fantastic. And whenever you get a hat tip from Jordan, Mr. Maha himself, that's a really good sign. I also saw Prevost. I saw you earlier say, hey. Sorry, I forgot to respond because I was talking. But hey, Prevost, how you doing? I see Dev House. You were the first one in here. Thank you so much. SRGS Park or Sergeant Sparky. What's up? Bay Theater Dave says sup back. RFF Pax here. Let's see. We got Mama Bear herself, Eleanor 2000. Good to see you. Oh, before I forget, so Jackie's in the process of dealing with some stuff with the Codex 911 showing. So she's out and about running some errands real quick. But I wanted to, when I saw Eleanor, I thought about her and seeing if she would come to the showing, the premiere, but not the premiere, the theater premiere. But I realized that you live pretty far away in Georgia, so hopefully we'll get to see you next time. But I know you got to see it the other day, so I'm glad. And she gave a shout out to Jay and Jay and Brad. Shout out Jay Cheered and Degree. Enjoyed the British invasion tonight. Yep. I see Hopeful Theorist says hi, Cam. Hi, how you doing? All right. ZBM looking, doing women's work. Okay. I'm pretty sure you're a woman, so that's okay. No, I know. But good to see you. Thank you for listening and watching. Castle Grams. I don't know if I've ever seen that name in here before. How you doing, Castle Grams? I probably have. I just probably don't remember. Maleficent. I've definitely seen that name before. How you doing? I think that's Mud. The Poet of Tomorrow. What's up to you too? Yep. And then Eleanor says, so wish I could, 4 hours away. Yeah, I understand. But the good thing is that because Brad is such an awesome person and he's doing it for the community, for the info war, for humanity, he put it out for free. So the people that can't go watch it in theaters and all that stuff, you can still support him any way that you deem fit. But yeah, what a guy. Real quick before we get into our first sponsor, I just realized we already got a Rumble rant in. So let me pull that up and share with you guys real quick. I'm actually getting a little bit faster at this. It may not seem that way to you guys, but my like stumbling around trying to figure out where I'm going. Yeah, it's getting better. All right, so we got $5 from Mooney's mom Frenchie. Hello, Cam. Loving the flow show. Thank you so much, Mooney's mom Frenchie. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm loving the show too. I'm loving it because of you guys, though. It's, I wouldn't say it's been overwhelming, but it's been pleasantly exciting to be in this position and to talk to you guys, be around you guys, communicate with you. I'll probably open up the lines in a little bit if I ever get through these ad reads and stop talking to you guys beforehand. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much. And I see a few more people coming in. Good evening, friends from Fat Turtle. Fat Turtle, good evening to you too. Oh, good evening, everyone. Good to see you as well. Double time. Smay60, there's my guy. Go with the flow after a flash. Go with the flow after a flashback of music. Perfect tagline to lead us into what's up next. So, all right, let's get to Tamarac Garden. Introducing Tamarac Gardens handcrafted herbal remedies, teas, and skincare. Made with weeds, wildflowers, and wild harvested herbs in the Pacific Northwest. Their products will heal your skin, boost collagen, lighten dark spots, and slow aging. Plus, it is safe for babies, grandmas, and everyone in between. That always makes me laugh because babies, grandmas, and everyone in between. What about grandpas? I guess I just assumed that. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, back to the read. From salves for headaches, bug bites, and arthritis to supplements for liver, kidney health, they harness God's bounty for your health and to keep you out of the doctor's office. Obviously, guys, very important. Stay away from pharmaceuticals as much as possible. Let's go with natural stuff from people that we can trust. Family owned in North Idaho, Tamarac Gardens dermatologist recommended products support your body inside and out because your health deserves better. Visit tamaracgardens.com today, and with promo code Badlands, you will get free shipping on orders over $35. That's tamaracgarden.com, promo code Badlands. And Tamarac is spelled Tamarac. That's Tamarac, and then Garden, Garden.com. Promo code Badlands. All right. So yeah, Tamarac Gardens, guys. Make sure you check them out for sure. And yeah, while we're here, let's go ahead and do another read because you know how long I take with these reads, guys. So next up, we've got, hold on just a second. Obviously, it's MyPillow. So a large retail store just canceled a huge order, leaving MyPillow with a ton of extra MyPillows. But you know what? That's their loss and your gain. MyPillow is offering the Classic Collection for wholesale prices, only $19.98 for a standard MyPillow, but it gets even better. For a limited time, they're going to offer their entire Classic Collection at wholesale prices. Get queen size MyPillows for just $24.98. Upgrade to king size for only $29.98. Get the body pillows for $39.98 and multi-use MyPillows for only $12.98. So go to mypillow.com and use promo code Badlands or call 1-800-795-5154. to take advantage of wholesale pricing and receive $100 in free digital gifts when your order is $75 or more. That's right. Get the standard MyPillow for only $19.98. Go to mypillow.com or call 1-800-795-5154 and use promo code Badlands to get the standard MyPillow for only $19.98. All right. And we have one more ad, but I'll do that near the end. That is a Badlands product. You guys already know what it is. Soft disclosure. So I will give you guys information on soft disclosure a little bit later. All right. So let's get into the show. Actually, I'm going to show you guys a funny image that Jackie showed me a few weeks ago, and I don't know why I haven't showed it yet, but here we go. And it reads, accidentally Googled Pastor Yoda instead of Master Yoda. I was not disappointed. Now, guys, do not judge me for this. You actually can judge me all you want, but I can't tell you how many, I would argue, men on my dad's side of the family, as they get older, they start to look like Yoda in a suit. It's so funny to me. I love it. And maybe one day I'll look like that, but I look more like my uncles on my mom's side. But man, I just thought that was so funny. So shout out to Jackie. Love her. And I know you guys do too. And since I brought her up, I will remind you guys that she has a show on Saturdays called Hooks and Harmony at 3 p.m. every Saturday, Eastern time. And today she did a Freddie Mercury birthday celebration because I believe his birthday was on Friday, maybe, or Thursday or something. But that was another fantastic one. And it was awesome because she had no idea that the guys were doing British Invasion on audio files. So you literally went from a heavy dose of Freddie Mercury to the British Invasion. And now I am lowering your expectations with my show. So make sure you check out her show on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And it doesn't conflict with any Badlands shows. That's something that we both have made a point to do. And I think most of us have done when we have stuff on our own channel. So support each other, y'all. All right. Now let's get into the show. Where's this thing? Okay. Smay60 said, so Yoda sold out. You know what? I don't think Yoda sold out, but I mean, the things that have happened, there's Smay60. So Yoda sold out? I don't know, man, because it would seem as such because, Disney now is super woke, Star Wars, all that stuff, or at least they have been. Hopefully they're going back to, not going back to, but maybe becoming a more wholesome company because us as consumers, we can drive that. I mean, we're finally getting a grip back on our country, so we have the ability to push culture in the direction we want to go. But anyway, so the Yoda thing cracks me up because it's like Pastor Yoda reminds me of like 501c3 Christians and 501c3 pastors. And yeah, man, I think that was supposed to be a joke, but you never know. It's possible. But anyway. I'm going to stick with the Yoda that I know and love from my childhood, which my dad knew and loved from his younger days, not childhood, but like teenage year or high school years and stuff. So Magatheo ruined the brand. Yeah. And the only thing that bothers me about that, and because I mean, once they got a hold of it, it's whatever. I mean, it's not whatever, but yeah, I mean, you have a right to do whatever you want once you're in control of it. My thing is with George Lucas, and I understand he made a shitload of money, but like kind of sold out his franchise. So anyway, let's there's my buddy Petty 429. Good to see you. That's probably Eleanor, but good to see you too. EC was here, says Disney Star Wars is an abomination. Yeah, I haven't really watched any of them. Like, I know my dad loves them. I know CanCon loves them. Well, not loves them. I know CanCon likes them because he still loves Star Wars. I know Brad is pretty turned off by them, but I think he's watched some stuff. But yeah, guys, because I was never like obsessed with Star Wars. I loved it as a kid, but like I was never truly obsessed. I didn't like dress up and all that stuff. Maybe one time I was like one of the Darths, probably Darth Maul. I think I remember having a double-edged lightsaber for Halloween, but I was never that into it. So when that stuff went woke, man, like I was not as affected by it, but it really does piss me off because like people like my dad who love Star Wars, not no matter what, but like he's a normie. Not financially. Financially, he's a little bit more advanced, but he's a normie in a way, especially culturally. So like to see people like him get propagandized by this without even knowing it is kind of sad, and it's frustrating. But I mean, that's what we're here for, guys. The poet of tomorrow. Why were the Nazi stormtroopers homos? Dude was hung. I don't know. I don't even want to touch that subject. That's gross. I just realized I don't even have music playing for you guys. My bad. Turn it down too. Anyway, so I'm going to start playing. Of course, I turned on music as soon as I did this. So I got to turn the music back off. Guys, I'm going to play a video that I think, so it's from Abby, Blue Eyes. I'm going to put her information on the screen, and then I will add her Rumble page so you can go see it. Oh, that's a copy and paste from earlier. So Abby posted a video about, says 6:29 p.m. So a little over an hour ago, and it's called PsyWar. And just so you guys know, she's talking in a softer voice, which I think is awesome. I think it's perfect for the video, but you might want to turn up your volume a little bit. I'll make sure that my music is off. I think it's off. Hold on. Yeah, my music's off. So I will give you guys a second to turn up the volume, but I'd like to play Abby's video. And yeah, I mean, first of all, you can see how talented she is. But oh, real quick, let me throw this out here. So EC was here says, you don't have to like Star Wars to despise Disney Star Wars. That's so true. And then Future Objective says, I do hope George Lucas cries every night thinking about how Disney ruined Star Wars. And that's coming from a Trekkie. Future Objective, I think at this point in the info war, the PsyWar, hat tip to Abby, I think that is a not only valid, but I think a lot of people share that sentiment. And I used to be the type of person that was like, no, I don't want people to be sad. You know, I don't want to ruffle any feathers. Fuck that, man. Like we are in a PsyWar. And that being said, oh, let me put it full screen and turn the volume up. So make sure your volume's up for this next part, guys. But that being said, I'm going to play Abby's video, PsyWar, and then I'll put the link in the chat for the Rumble one and the X one. And yeah, just a moment. Get my ugly mug out of here.
The entire world is watching. They can no longer hide in the shadows. Warfare is evolving. Psychological warfare, also known as PsyWar, is a strategic approach that uses psychological tactics to influence the perceptions, emotions, attitudes, and behaviors of an enemy or target audience. It aims to undermine an opponent's will, to fight, weaken their morale, and ultimately achieve objectives without resorting to direct physical combat. This is typically achieved through propaganda. Through propaganda. Through propaganda. Information warfare. Words and ideas are the ammunition used in PsyWar.
Whoa. Whoa. Yes, Rich Mello, I agree with you. He said propaganda with feeling sick emoji. And yeah, propaganda is sickening. But the thing is, propaganda is everywhere. There's good propaganda. There's bad propaganda. Brad talks about this all the time, especially when it comes to Edward Bernays. And the thing is to use the propaganda to our advantage, and more importantly, understand propaganda. If you understand your enemy's weapon, and if you know how it works, then it's less of a threat to you. You can find ways to counter it. You can find ways to deflect it. You can find ways to use it to your advantage. So yeah, it's the PsyWar is all about psychological warfare, but it's about the psyche. It's about the psychological aspect. It's in the mind. If I could find the clip, I'll show the clip of Prince from when he was still alive, but talking about how I think it was at an award show, but he was saying how the battle is for our minds. Like, that's the prize, the minds of men. And that's what we're here to fight against, man. I love that. The poet of tomorrow. Is that God calling? I could argue. I mean, there was no definitive person. It at least comes from God, because God is our creator. So things that come off of that come off of him. Especially things that are Romans 8:28. Things that are done for good, or all things that are done. Let me get it. I had it in my head. I butchered it. I'm just gonna read it. I know you guys will get it in the chat before I do that. So, and we know that all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. I think that might be Romans 8:28 right there, guys. And obviously, I'm not saying that as some type of preacher or prophet or anything like that. I'm just saying from my perspective, that's how it feels. Nancy Middle. Hello, Cam. Good to see you. Good to see you too, Nancy Middle. How you doing? Oh, I like this. Rich Mello. Always pray for wisdom. Yeah. My 3 things that I often pray for are knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. I forgot where I learned that from, but I think it was, well, I know it came from the Bible, but it was a book I was reading, but they were talking about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding are three of the most beautiful gifts from God. Obviously, love, I think, is the most beautiful gift, but those 3 are very important. Ooh, Eleanor. We got a long one, so I know it's going to be good. Eleanor 2000 says, I heard that Michael Jackson was supposed to be in one of the Twin Towers on 9/11 for a specific meeting, and he overslept, called his mother, and never made it to the tower. That is wild. I'm starring that. I gotta dig on that after the show. If you have any more sauce on that, Eleanor, let me know. Maybe where you heard it or whatever. Interesting. Brad Eckler, I think it's Eckler, says Bo Polney says the Nephilim will be removed September 24th. So I'm never one for predictions. If you guys watched my show earlier I think it was in May, Jackie and I were on a trip to a wedding in St. Louis, and Alpha did a show with Bo Polney, and I actually played that entire episode for my episode, because I wanted to get that out there, because there was a lot of information in there that I knew, and a lot that I didn't know. Like, I knew that Nimrod and Gilgamesh are the same person or same entity, but I did not know that the G in the Freemason symbol stood for Gilgamesh. I learned that from Bo Polney, so very interesting. Oh, the Ritz has Jeremiah 33, Jeremiah 33:3, and I'm gonna look that one up real quick and read it to you guys. I'll actually probably pull that one up on the screen. So it was Jeremiah. Oh, I can't spell right now. 33:3. I have to change it so you guys don't know that I can't spell. All right. Jeremiah 33:3. And it reads, call to me and I will answer you and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. Ooh. Oh, I wasn't sharing it with you guys. Sorry. Let me share it and read it again. Call to me and I will answer you and will tell you great and hidden things that you have not known. Yeah. I mean, I would say that all the information that I've learned, like useful information, obviously comes directly from God. But there are times where, like, somebody will be telling me something and I'll be looking at them, and I've maybe known this person my whole life or part of my life or whatever. And sometimes when they're talking to me, I'm like, that's not them talking, that's God talking through them. And it obviously depends on what it is. I think perspective has a lot to do with it, because my relationship with God is going to be different than all of y'all's relationship with God. But I don't know if anybody else has had that feeling before. But yeah, I've had that feeling where you're just talking to someone, and like for that brief moment, it's not them talking to you, it's God talking to you through them. And I think it's heightened in relationships with loving and caring people and being around really kind people, kind-hearted people, because you can have fierce, aggressive people that are kind-hearted. I know that like some of our buddies here, like Alpha, CanCon, JB, the vets, like they're aggressive human beings. They had, not only did they have to be, but they chose to be. Like that was their choice. But they're also some of the kindest, if not the kindest, 3 men that I know. So yeah, guys, when you hear God speak, it can come through any avenue. Just make sure you tune your ears to his frequency. Actually, tune your mind's eye to his frequency, because the ears can deceive. Oh, I thought that popped up for you guys. I got notes popped up for me. Anyway, all right, so let's keep it moving, y'all. Let's see. Smay says, yeah, kind of like a test if they speak to you without knowing you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, kind of like a test. If they speak to you without knowing you comes from inspiration than them. I don't really understand that. Hold on. Yeah, kind of like a test. If they speak to you without knowing you comes from inspiration. Okay, I get the idea. Yes, I agree. Oh, there we go. Clear cat. Ash 1776 is fierce and kind-hearted. I don't know, man. Depends on who you are. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, she definitely is. It's funny because all these people that we've discussed are kind-hearted, and the only time we see them fierce, and well, not only time, but the times we see them fierce are when they're defending the people that they love and care about. They're protectors, and protectors get aggressive when you attack the people that they're protecting. So anyway, oh, Evan's in here. I just saw somebody say hey to him. Where's he at? Escape the Matrix 91. Good evening, fellow retards. Frog emoji, salute emoji. I'll be lurking. Good to see you, brother. Enjoy the lurk. All right, y'all. So let's see. We're 30 minutes in. Did 2 ad reads. Let's get into. No, we'll open up the lines, and while we have the lines open, I'll keep chatting with you guys, talking about some stuff that I wanted to share, and then if anyone wants to call in, they obviously can. So let me do this first so I don't dox anybody. Ash caught me in a good way the other day. She was just like, or last week, she was like, you just tried to dox your friend. I was like, I'm not trying to dox Dan, but you know, sometimes things happen, right? No, all right. So we are going to open up the lines. Let me get the Google Voice open. We're starting this pretty early, so I don't really have any like quote unquote rules or things that I want to do on here. Like, not really a time limit. I'll obviously cut you off if we're going to, not cut you off, but we'll wrap it up if we're going too long. But like, I want to talk and flow with people. Legitimately, the reason why I named the show that, because I just wanted it to be a constant flow. It doesn't matter if it's somewhat of a trickle, somewhat of a fire hose, whatever it is. Yeah, I want us to get the dialogue going, you know? So the number's at the bottom. You can call in and join the flow. You can call in and join the flow by dialing 770-744-4042. It's at the bottom though, so you guys can see it. All right. Let's see if I can pull this back up. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right, y'all. So whenever people feel like it, you can go ahead and call in. I am going to, while we do that, I'm going to bring up something that I wanted to tell you guys about. God, this is one of the times I wish Jackie was here. She's going to remember, especially if she's in the chat, she'll end up telling me. But I was talking to her about something that I wanted to bring up on Y-Chromes. I'll probably bring it up here and then again on Y-Chromes once I remember it. But, I remember what it was. So it was something having to do with law. So I'm gonna talk my way through. I'm gonna cam-splain myself into understanding what I was or remembering what I was actually going to ask you guys. So in law, it is no, that's not gonna work, guys. It's not gonna work. That's all right. That's all right. We I took a note of it somewhere, and I will remember it. I'll remember it on Y Crumbs. But I saw a comment come in. So the Ritz says, "Saw Only Lands rerun tonight," or saw only the Ritz said, "Saw Only Lands rerun today. Great show, Cam. Jonathan Blake, obviously you meant Drake. Jonathan Drake was really interesting." Yeah, so I'll leave that up for a second. So Jonathan Drake, I met him before, but this time at Gart Deadwood, I got to talk to him a good bit, and it's so funny because he obviously people were talking about how he didn't bring up, I think it was maybe Polymathanon, but they said or maybe it was Beth, but they said that he hadn't brought up Spooner yet. And it was funny because Lysander Spooner was like the first person he really started talking to me about at Gart, because I realized that he was Jonathan Drake from Chris Paul's chat, and I was like, oh man, I see you all the time in his chat. I see you in other chats too. And he started telling me what he had discussed with Chris about Alexander Spooner and government representation and law. Not the thing that I was going to ask you guys about, but law in general. And I just found him fascinating. Oh my god! And I'll get to what Jackie said in a second. And so we were talking, and he was telling me obviously about the Cracker of a Whip. He was telling me about the I forgot what it's called, but basically the Lazy Susan, the smoking Lazy Susan, the lazy the Lazy Cecil, maybe. I don't know. That one's a little bit of a stretch, but anyway, he told me about all this different stuff that he did, and then when he came on the show last night, I was just like, man, I knew this guy was a wealth of knowledge, but he has a good command with his words too. He's not just a wealth of knowledge. He can entertain as well. So I'd love to see Jonathan Drake on a show. I'd love for him to come on my show. Jonathan, if you're listening, you have an open invitation. Obviously, it depends on the week, but you're welcome to come in anytime, man. That was a lot of fun last night and at Gart. So Jackie says the peeing one was what I remember for Y Crumbs. So obviously that didn't have anything to do with the law. That one's actually pretty funny, and I think I'm definitely going to ask that one on Monday. And thank you so much, Jackie, because I think that might get people to want to tune in, because it was the weirdest thing that I was thinking at the time. I was clearly peeing at the time when I thought of this, but I was just thinking of something, and I feel like it's a man conversation that needs to be had amongst men. And they may make fun of me, whatever, but it's a general question. I'd never thought of this until that moment. So thank you, Jackie, for giving people a little preview. And then obviously Petty429 just cracking up at Jackie. Yeah. Oh, we got some YouTube people over here. We got Archie's Ghost with a ghost emoji. Good to see you. Cat C. He's interesting. Yes, he is. Jonathan Drake is very interesting. And so is Petty429. Although I'm pretty sure that's not who you're talking about at the time. But yeah, so let's talk about now. Let's have a little break for some comedy for a second. I found something earlier that made me laugh, and since Alpha likes to hog the Y-Chrome stage, I get to play whatever video I want here. I'm just kidding. No, I love his videos. Ken Gun's videos are great too. JB needs to start bringing more videos, man. Like, I know he knows how to use the internet because he's always on X talking shit. So let's see, bookmarks. All right, so do I want to do this one was funny. So the first one, this is only like 8 seconds, but it's called Deliveroo. You can probably guess from the name what it is, but Deliveroo. All right. Oh, hold on, guys. It says that I lost audio, so I don't think you guys actually, there was not really any sound to hear, but I'll play it again. Let me try this again. Sorry about that, y'all. I got a red sign that popped up, so pretty sure that means that there's an error. Error. One more time. So that obviously just made me laugh. And yeah, I the reason I bring up stuff like that, guys, I know it's silly and kind of stupid, but like I do it because life does get serious sometimes, you know. People are being affected by what's going on in this world. And sometimes we just need a little break for some laughter, some fun, maybe some words of wisdom every once in a while. But yeah, I think that I wouldn't say that we take life too seriously, but I would say that we hold on to serious moments for too long as a society as a whole. I know I'm guilty of it, but and I say too long just because we let the past control our future, dictate our future, and I don't think that's healthy. Cat Q Patriot in the chat says, where'd it go? How'd the cat get in the pouch? Well, I have a cat, and I will tell you that cats have like a, it's not an ideology. I guess it's an ideology. They have like I can't think of the word right now, but they have a mantra they have, and it's, or a motto: if I fits, I sits. So the cat just found a place to sit. Said, look, this looks comfortable. Let me get in here. Obviously, the kangaroo would have to have been accepting. But also, cats are quick, and I don't know how you're supposed to stop a cat from getting into your pouch when you have those little arms like that. Hop away, kick it. I don't know. That's a good question, though. Cat C in the chat says, Cam, did you get your plumbing stuff fixed? Yes, I did. Oh, guys, so if anyone didn't hear about it, I don't want to go through the whole story again because, yes, Petty 429, the power of prayer, so amazing. Absolutely. But the plumbing stuff, yeah, we got everything fixed. As you can probably see behind me, the floor seems to be at least clean to you guys. It is clean. Bathroom's clean. Everything's good. Everything's good. Eleanor 2000, my cat jumps in the dryer. Prevos 13, happens to me all the time. No, Bay Theater Dave, Poopageddon. That's basically what it was. Or like, I just thought of something gross. But anyway, it was more like a geyser, let's put it that way. Or like a volcano. It was horrible. Oh man. Yep, Dave, Dave sent the shaking my head emoji or thing. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted for a second because Cat Q Patriot, she said our tabby Chester Bennington would probably climb in with the heart emoji. That is so cool that you named your tabby Chester Bennington. Was he still alive when you named your cat? My guess is no. He's been dead for a little while now, but let me know in the chat. Oh my god. Knew I never should have told you savages about this. Petty 429. Shitting in Mapalooza. Oh my god, like Lollapalooza. Yep, that's basically what it was. But we got to stay at a hotel for 2 nights. I see. So as a kid, just like a lot of kids, I like staying in hotels growing up. There's just something about the fact that now, like, we have our room set up the way that we want it to, that when we're not in our room, especially because our cat's not there, it's just kind of like, man, I wish I was at home. Unless we're on a trip far away, then it's fun. But like these little 2-night stays, yeah, there's accommodations and stuff at the hotel. It makes things easier, but like it's nothing like your own bed. Let's see. Dev House 1 says, Philippians 3:13. Brothers, I do not consider myself to have taken hold of it, but one thing indeed, forgetting the things behind and reaching forward to the things ahead. I love that. I love that. Thank you, Dev House. I'm assuming that's Devolution House. But thank you so much for putting that in there. And I totally agree. I think that acceptance is a big deal, but I also think that moving past things is also a big deal too. It really just depends on where you're at in your life. All right. Oh, Magatheo. We are not defined by our past. Thank you, God. Absolutely, Magatheo. We are not defined by our past. I mean, I personally don't think that he was some type of bad man or anything like that. But even a person like Donald Trump, like, he had the reputation of being not a playboy, but just, loving beautiful women, multiple marriages, all that stuff, which is, I wouldn't say it's necessarily natural. It's become natural in our culture, but that doesn't make him a bad man. And his past, even if he did something in his past, like stole a candy bar or something, that I don't know why Trump would steal a candy bar, but my point is that doesn't make him a bad person. His past doesn't make him a bad person. It's the actions that you do going forward. If you continue down that same path, then people will say that you are a bad person because of your actions. But if your actions are not bad or no longer bad, you're doing all right. Cat Q Patriot says, no, we watched Red Pill Show when they did a show about Chester Bennington's death, and he was a baby, so we named him Chester Bennington. Oh, that's obviously, it's tragic what happened to Chester, and pretty sure we all know why he was murdered. I'm not going to call it a suicide. It was a murder. I mean, unless there's more proof that comes out, but I mean, at this point, yeah, we know. But anyway, that's so cool that Zach's show, Zach's messaging and information that he was giving out led to the naming of your beautiful little baby, little Tabby. That's awesome. Petty 429. Zero trust on the housekeeping in hotels. Always BYOP. Bring your own pillow. Yes, I don't do that all the time. I should. And the other thing is the pillows in there are terrible at most hotels. Like, can't they get a MyPillow link? Hey Hilton, can you guys get a MyPillow promo code? That'd be great if you guys could get some MyPillow, or just use the Badlands one. Actually, you know what? Go to Badlands Media. What is it again, guys? Paris Hilton, or the Hilton family, if you're watching, go to mypillow.com, use promo code Badlands, and get a shitload of pillows so that we don't have to sleep on these feather things that split in the middle and you're basically just laying on a blanket. Pillow rant over. All right. So I'll put the number back up here. Oh, I just realized that if someone's calling in, I do not have you guys linked up right now. So let me fix that, because there's a good chance that somebody tried to call in and was like, this dude said that he was gonna have us call in, and this, you know what? I'm just kidding, guys. It doesn't look like I have any calls. Also, they would have come through my headphones. But anyway, if you want to call in, the number I will put on the screen. All right. I wish that was smaller. That's all right. I'll deal with it another day. Ooh, RFF Pack. RFF Pack says, take accountability and apologize and ask for forgiveness from the ones you wronged. You never know the ripples you caused. 100%. Yep. Or 100. Yeah. There's only been a few people in my life that I felt like I really needed to apologize to. And it was usually just something, well, not just, because it's not a just, but it was usually more ignoring people than anything. Sometimes it was for my own mental health, but other times it was because, especially in my younger years, I wasn't mature enough to handle those situations. I didn't like seeing people upset. I didn't like upsetting people. I didn't like making people cry. So what I'd do is I would hide. I would leave. I would go somewhere else and just cut ties. And sometimes Not all the time, because sometimes if you are wronging someone or if they just need space from you, that is a good thing for them. But as a man and as a person, as an adult, I believe that you should face difficult things head on. Obviously, choose wisely your battles, but giving somebody closure or peace of mind is one of the most humane things we can do, because that's what the abusers do. The opposite. Abusers leave people not knowing what happened. And I know that some of us may not have meant to be abusers, but if the shoe fits, you can be an abuser. You may not be intentionally abusing somebody, but if you're not right in your mind and you are treating people poorly because of your own lack of self-worth or self-awareness, you can be abusing somebody. So that's why especially in this PsyWar, but in life in general, it's so important to be aware. Be aware of your surroundings, be aware of yourself, be aware of the signs that God's giving you, the directions, the words that he's telling you, and be aware of other people's feelings. You don't have to coddle and sugarcoat everybody, especially adults. Like, yes, there are some people that are very kind-hearted and very gentle, and you may not want to attack those people because they're very valuable people to society. And I don't mean that as in a commodity sense. I just mean that pushing humanity forward towards Christ consciousness. And I don't mean that in the hippie new age ways. I mean like the consciousness of Christ, which is God consciousness, which is bringing us back to oneness with our creator, God. And again, none of this is new age hippie bullshit. This is connection. This is a connection with the Most High God and with our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So yeah, be aware, people. Be aware. JN240750, a lot of numbers. Where we go one, we go all. Wake up now. Yep, time to wake up, people. We've been sleeping long enough. I know most of the people in this audience are already awake, but it's time to wake up. Let's go. Let's go. I know this might be loud in your ears. I'm sorry. Let's go. Wake up. Come on, y'all. Time to get up. Let's do this. We at this point, we only have about 3.5 years left. Let's go. And we only have about half a year until the party. Oh, not half a year, like 9 months. But yeah, we're giving birth to the July 4th party right now, guys. So actually, no, we're conceiving it right now. We're conceiving the July 4th, 2026, 250th anniversary of the creation of this beautiful country, and under God's watch, of course. And yeah, right now this is the fun part, guys. This is the part where we get to make the baby now, and then the next 9 months is going to be labor pains. As it gets closer and closer, they're going to be ramping up their bullshit, and we just got to make sure that baby gets to term, man. That's our goal right now. Eleanor 2000 says, I wonder if those who were in the dark about 9/11 and watched Codex 9/11 are changed for life. Eleanor, I don't know how you couldn't be. And even the cynical people, they're changed for life because now they have to defend against something that is this brilliant. And for them, that probably really pisses them off. The regime is probably the most pissed. I guess those people aren't asleep, but the people that were in the dark, I mean, just the testimony alone of the people on the street, unless somebody tries to manipulate the conversation into saying, how do you know all that video footage is real? Well, technically we don't, but the video footage lines up with what they told us was going on at the time and what they're telling us has happened since. And it's telling us that it doesn't add up. It's saying that 1 + 3 equals egg sandwich. Just don't make no sense. But that's a great question. And I don't see how they couldn't be changed for life. I know I was, and I was not in the dark. I was in the amount of light you see me in right now. But Brad's documentary put me in like, not even noon, like 3 o'clock sunlight, like mixture of the high sun kind of, but it's starting to set, but the hottest time of the day. Yeah, that got me cooking. That got me heated. There was a couple things in that documentary, that film. I don't like calling it a documentary, even though it is, but in that film right here, badlandsmedia.tv/Codex 9/11. And also, guys, on the Badlands boosts, you can send in boosts to Codex 9/11, so you can support Brad directly. So for me, I would say like whatever you imagine First of all, whatever you can contribute and donate to his cause, because he put it out there for free, and he did it for us, and obviously for himself too, because I mean it's a passion project of his, for him and his family, but also we're part of his family too, and he loves this country, and he loves God, and he loves sovereign individuals. And he's a great guy. So yeah, Codex 911. Check it out if you haven't. If you go to, let me pull this up actually. If you go to, I think it's badlandsmedia.tv/events. Let me get there first before you guys start trying to. Oh, it's actually on the homepage. Oh, that's just the picture. That's awesome though. Maybe is it under events? I'll find it, guys. Give me just a second. I think I'm looking at the wrong section. It's shop on the daily about. So guys, I probably should be better at using our website. That shows you how often I go to it. I usually like follow links from Twitter or X and all the other stuff. So I might just need to go back to the homepage. If it takes me any longer, we are going to. Oh, it is. Oh. So the Codex 911. Watch Codex now. All right. So if you go to the link that Petty has up, that I put up on the screen, old dumbass over here, it'll take you to the Codex 911 page where you can watch it. You can watch the after party and the Q&A with Brad on the narrative, and you can find a local screening. So I'm going to click on that one. Oh, it's literally on the same page. So right now we have. Oh, we're getting a call. I'm going to answer your call, caller, and then I'm also going to keep doing this. Oh, man. Hold on. I got to take this off screen so I don't do this wrong. Jackie? Is that you, Jackie? Okay. Can you make sure that you mute the stream? I'm joking. I'm joking because you're in the car, obviously, so you have one device, so you can't be playing it and talking to it. Oh man. Well, y'all, I'm sorry that I made at least one person want to claw their eyes out. Um, yeah, yeah. When you were calling in, I was talking about it. It says find a local screening, so I clicked on it, and then I was in the process of sharing my screen and telling them about it, and then that's when you called. Yeah. So thank you. Sorry that I did that. Um, so you guys can tell how our relationship goes. Apparently, everything that I do makes Jackie want to claw her eyes out, but everything she does is so perfect. So anyway, what's up? Oh, oh, okay. I appreciate it. I did say something in the chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Um, guys, while Jackie's on the line, oh, they said, hold on a second. Hopeful Theorist said, Cam, are you intentionally sharing only your side of the call? No. So this is so annoying. All right. Hold on a second, y'all. Let me know when you can let me know if you can hear Jackie. Can you hear her now? I know you guys can obviously hear me. God, this is so annoying. All right. So remember when I told you guys that that thing came up on the screen? I guess when I did that, it never went back to it. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this audio. Because right now it says da, 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 da. Input. Yep, input's fine. Output's fine. It says that it is. It says mute screen audio. All right, I'll do that. Guys, I'm stopping. Okay, perfect. All right. Well, guys, obviously you can't hear Jackie, but she's getting off the phone. Love you, Jackie. Bye. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to figure this thing out. That is really annoying. Let me make sure her number's off the screen. Oh, technical cam difficulties. At least I'm not having such a shitty day like I did last time. And by last time, I mean yesterday and the day before that. Oh man, guys, life flows on. It's okay though. You know, like I'm deep down, I'm pretty frustrated right now. But yeah, I mean, it happens. You know, life happens when you're busy making other plans. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Some screens like, all right. Let me see if this works this time, guys. All right, so added to stage, removed it from stage. Now, somebody would love to call in and see if it works. Prevost said, "Oh man, if I wouldn't have given it away, I could have done what he said." So Prevost 13 says, "Have her hang up and call back. Then start the conversation over like it never happened." Yeah, if I hadn't given it away, I probably would have done that. Also, she's walking in the door right now. You can come on in. Guys, she exists. Also, the cat's here and a bug that wanted to come in and hang out with us. I'm glad you guys are laughing at this because oh, thank you. Stronger now. Hit the thumbs up, guys, please, if you don't mind. I know that the quality of my movements around the computer right now are not the highest of qualities, but give me a thumbs up for effort, you know? I'm trying, people. I'm trying. So what's going on in the chat? What are you guys talking about? I was so focused on the sound thing. Start over. Oops. Team Smooth says, yeah, nobody in this chat ever makes mistakes or has duh me moments. Just you. See, I knew it, Team Smooth. I knew I was a unicorn. The cool thing is that makes me special. I'm the only one that's making mistakes. I love it. Thank you guys for teaching me how to not make mistakes. I'm learning from each and every one of you. Oh my God. CC1 Paul says, Kamala likes a thumb and 4 fingers up. That's disgusting and hilarious. I can't believe that that lady, they lugged her out there, or whatever you want to call it. They gave her sauce and put her out there to try to go up against Donald Trump. That's how I know that Joe Biden pulled a coup on them and made a deal with Trump. My personal opinion, of course. Oh no. So I'll read this one first. This is an okay one. Cat Q Patriot says, at least you're doing a show that's better than most of us. Rock on. Thank you so much. And all of you can do a show. Anybody that has a Rumble account right now can have their own show. Put on your own channel. People will eventually see it. Spread it out. Spread it around. But only if you feel like you have something to say. If you don't feel like you want to say anything, you don't have to. Stay in the chat. Lurk. Talk trash. Make fun of me. That's fine. As long just find your avenue in this PsyWar, in this info war, and make it your own. Because y'all are here supporting me, whether you know it or not. Just your eyeballs being on it or having it streaming, that's supporting me. That's all I need. Actually, all I need is a platform. So thank you guys so much. But this is the one. Prevost 13 said, how about the Buckeyes winning 70-0, Cam? How about the fact that your Buckeyes are playing Grambling State? So not only are they playing a team that's not in D1, it is an HBCU, which, by the way, they're actually a pretty good football team within the HBCU conferences. Well, the whole division, whole division. But I mean, the recruiting is like high school to college difference. And high school, you're not even supposed to be allowed to recruit, even though they do. Ooh, ZMB. Cam, really? Question mark. You think Biden caved and sung like a bird for Trump? So this isn't just my take. Somebody else, a couple people on Badlands have said it recently. But for me, if I'm thinking logically, Joe Biden was put up there as a placeholder, president in name only, Pino, and And the regime just put him up there because people knew his name, tied to Obama, all that stuff. And also they had full control over that guy. Well, how do you lose full control over him? By Donald Trump taking, not Donald Trump, but white hats / not white hats. We'll say, well, I guess they are white hats, but let's say that a Justice Department would take control over him once that information has been attained by the good guys. And so for me, it's like, well, if you're Joe Biden, this death cult is going to kill you either way. They're going to slander you, all this stuff. Trump, you know, is at least an honorable man. He may hate you, may hate your guts, but at least his thing is law and order. So he's not going to break the law to screw you over. So who are you going to go with? You're going to go with the person that hates you but is going to fight you justly, or are you going to go against the person that says they love you, you don't really know, you don't trust them, you've seen them shiv their own family members? Like, I'm going to go with my enemy every time in that situation, because the real enemy is actually the one closest to me, because they know the most about me. But anyway, S. Busen, Biden was a Pino and Kamala was a Pinot. S. Busen, yes, that's beautiful. Yeah, that woman and Nancy Pelosi probably had some really gross times getting drunk together. And when I say that, I don't mean like in something really gross. I mean like just sloppy drunks. Like, I can't even imagine how horrible it would have to be like out on the town or like at a party with these people. Because you know that when they're behind closed doors, they're just like the worst degenerates around. They're worse than some of the people you see, like, not worse, because the people that I'm about to talk about are probably sick, but like, it's harder to be around them than it is to be around like a junkie. Because at least a junkie, you know that like they're hooked on their thing, and it's a disease for them. Whereas these people, like, it's their religion. They love doing this debauchery and bringing us down with them. But we're not having it anymore, guys. We're done with that bullshit. All right, so hopefully if someone calls in, the sound should be up. But let me see if I can do this and not screw up the sound this time. So what I wanted to show you guys before was this. So the showings are, I could do this. So we got on September 8th, Codex 911 is showing in Eagle, Idaho. It's from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. The venue is Old State Saloon, and the price is free. And where it says buy tickets, I think that's to get the free tickets, obviously, because some of them are free. But then this next one is going to be $15. That's ours, $10, and then $10. And these things are so that the people renting out the theaters, like we're renting the theater out over in our area, it's so that we can pay the theater, so we can show the film. It has nothing to do with us collecting money or anything like that. Now, what I will say is that, and I've already talked to Jackie about this for ours, but if because there are some people that have already like donated from our community, other Badlanders that have donated a decent amount of money, so that we just had the option to have it in there before we even got the ticket sales. So I believe that if when all this gets said and done, if there's anything left over, whatever, it's obviously going to go to Brad. So like whatever you end up sharing, purchasing, whatever, when it comes to Codex 911, the goal is to get it all to Brad, or to be able to pay for something so that his film can get out there. Because again, guys, this is not again, because I didn't say it to you guys this week, but Ghost said it a while ago. This is a nuclear weapon in the info war, like a nuclear weapon, guys. And this is a real nuclear weapon, not the fake and gay nukes that we go back and forth on all the time. So the three screenings on September 11th are going to be in Marietta, Georgia. That's ours. Yucca Valley, I believe that is in California. And then Fort Lauderdale, that's in CanCon's area, CanCon and Christie. So the Georgia one is 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at GTC Merchants Walk Cinema. The price is $15. The Yucca Valley one is from 7:15 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Paradigm Cinemas, Yucca Valley. The price is $10. By the way, guys, when I saw the name of this one, Paradigm Cinemas, I thought it was just only fitting, because it's a paradigm shifter right here. It's literally going to change the whole paradigm of America. And when people get to see where it started with our intel communities and just the government in general getting us into wars with false flags, all the way to where we're all the way to 9/11 and even to present day. Paradigm shifter, guys. And then the Fort Lauderdale one is from 7:15 to 10 p.m. at Paradigm Cinemas Gateway, another Paradigm one, for $10. So one more time, Eagle, Idaho is on the 8th of September. That is, I think it's like tomorrow or the next day. Oh no, that's Monday. So on Monday in Eagle, Idaho, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. Old State Saloon, and it's free. Marietta, Georgia on September 11th, 7 p.m. to 9:30, Merchants Walk Theater, $15. Yucca Valley, September 11th, 7:15 p.m. to 10 p.m. Paradigm Cinemas, Yucca Valley, $10. And then same date, September 11th, 7:15 to 10 p.m. Fort Lauderdale, Paradigm Cinemas Gateway, $10. I know you guys already know this, but oh, and then there's the guy himself right there, Brad Zerbo. Look at that face. That's the face you want to support. Don't pretend like you don't. That's the face you want to support. Yeah, Brad, thank you so much, man. We are, as a community, we are forever grateful, but thank you so much for being the person that you are, and yeah, just making good shit, man. Like good content, wholesome content, and stuff that it may piss you off, but it's going to be a positive piss off because it's going to give you action, or not action. It's going to give you direction. All right, y'all. So I'll put this back up here. We're starting to wind down. So if anyone does want to call in, they obviously can, but I'll probably shut it off in about 7 or 8 minutes. So I'll stop letting calls come in. But yes. First of all, hey Jessica, how you doing? Oh, first of all, stronger now. Are you still live in Marietta? I was born in Spalding County. Yeah. So we do live in Marietta. I'm not going to disclose exactly where we live, but most people already know where I live in Marietta because I've told you guys the general area before. But yeah, Spalding County, I haven't been to Spalding in a long time. So when I was younger, obviously we traveled to the state of Georgia playing soccer, and we'd randomly go to counties that like I had never heard of. And I remember Spalding County because I remember the Spalding basketball brand, or the sports ball brand, as Ash would say, or Jackie would say. But yeah, still live here. And it's funny because that's obviously where it's going to be in our area. So that's where the Merchants Walk is. It's in the general area in Marietta that we live in. So, but what I was going to say is what Jessica said. Jessica said, I'm so proud of Brad, like he's my own kid. Jessica, once I found out, even though I think you may still be lying, once I found out your age, I understand why you kind of consider some of us as your children. But you and Brad are way too close in age for him to be your own kid. Maybe your little brother. Come on now. But Jessica's awesome as well, guys. And I wish I had her ad read tonight, but she's still a part of Badlands. So the soft disclosure. Last ad read is obviously going to be somewhat affiliated with her, but unsolicited plug. All good, guys, by Jessica Storm. But anyway, all right. Oh, Eleanor 2000 says, I was reading an article today in which Osama bin Laden categorically denied his involvement in 9/11 attacks. Interviewed on 9/29/2001. Yeah, so I don't remember that when it happened. Obviously, I was only 11 years old, but I do remember seeing that a while ago. And that was one of the first things that let me know he didn't do it. Like, just because some man says that he didn't do it doesn't mean that he didn't do it. But my thing is, with the history he had with the CIA, and then to come out and say he didn't do it when they're not them, but when our intel community is saying he did it, I mean, that sounds like a guy that is not fearful for his life, but knows that he's about to be he's been framed for the biggest atrocity that's happened, at least in America, since Pearl Harbor. But like, I wouldn't say in the world, because that's kind of messed up to just throw that out there. But for us, it is, and honestly, for the world, because it's the World Trade Center in New York, one of if not the hub of the world commerce. I know London is the financial center, but there's a reason why London has their thing over there, but it's so close to New York. But yeah, when I saw that, Eleanor, I was just like, no way. And then Brad's documentary, I'm not going to give anything away from it, but Brad's documentary, when somebody in the Bin Laden family popped up, that's when I knew. And please, if you haven't seen the movie, please pay attention to to what Brad says his relationship is to Osama. I thought that was very telling. And if you guys want, we can discuss it next Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday, because obviously the showing is going to be on Monday for the first group, and then for the rest of us on September 11th on Thursday. But yeah, just pay attention to his relationship to, or her. I mean, it's him, but his relationship to Osama bin Laden. And to me, that was telling, and that actually makes me dig more and more into the stuff Ghost's been talking about with Saudi Arabia for so long. Because I mean, bin Laden had, his family had heavy ties. Actually, hold on, let me look this up. You guys correct me in the chat. But I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, so he is Saudi. He was born in Riyadh. Right. So yeah, I mean, come on, guys. You don't think one of the wealthiest family, well, overtly wealthiest families in the world, with ties to, not ties to, but like heavy power in Saudi Arabia, you don't think that they have some deep dirt in their family? Anyway, thank you for that, Eleanor. It's a really good point. Bay Theater Jay. Dang, I shouldn't have laughed. Sorry, Bay. You got me good. He said, I was surprised by Brad's conclusion that aliens caused 9/11. What type of aliens? James 24552. Alien tech, maybe. Now that is a great point. I 100% believe that alien tech has, well, when I say alien, I don't mean alien in the sense of like creatures from the stars. I mean non-human entities, technology from non-human entities. It doesn't have to be in the shape, or not in the shape. It doesn't have to be physical knowledge that they attain. Like, I think that's something that people get stuck on. It's like aliens being physical. I think there are ways to get downloads or information or whatever it is from other beings without having to have a physical connection. So that's my little take on aliens. I would love to, one of these days I'll get him to, one of these days I'm gonna try to get trick Jordan into getting on the show with me and just shooting the shit about aliens, because like he was one of the first people that like I started listening to about aliens, like in the 2010s. So he's someone that I've always been interested in their take on it, and now that I actually get to like have conversations with him on a personal level, got a lot of questions to ask. Let's see, Nick. Oh, I thought it said Fishman. Nick Finishman. Really hope they do GART in Nashville. I would love to put faces with names. So Nick, first of all, I totally understand how you feel with that. I have no pull on where we're going to have GARTs, except for I can guarantee you we're going to have a GART in Deadwood next year, only because other people already told me that. But I will say, after the meetup in Nashville, I think that, my personal opinion, I think that John really enjoyed Nashville. And so, I mean, there's only one person more powerful than him when it comes to GART, and you know who she is. You know who she is. You know her toe tapping husband too. Anyway, so I saw, where was it? We got, let's see, we got about 14 minutes left. Right here, Black Guns 2049, the fourth dimension portal. Dude, I assume it's a guy. It's probably a lady, just with my luck guessing genders of people's names that have no like real tell. But especially in this community, like, you know, some other places you'd be like, oh, if it has something to do with guns, it's going to be guys. It's like, nah, man. Some of the ladies in this community, they shoot better than most of the fellas. But anyway, yeah, fourth dimensional portal, dude. If I ever got like into like 3-4 hour conversation with people, I'd be talking about the Black Cube. I'd be talking about Stargates. Abby's another person that I want to have a long conversation with about that stuff, because there was one time where she was just bringing up topic after topic. I think it was on her own channel. And I was just like, has this one been reading the exact same things that I've been reading? Like, she even brought up schematics that I had seen before from, I don't know if it wasn't Area 51. I think it was like S4, like near Area 51. It was crazy, man. And I know other people have brought it up too. I know Zach and John have brought up different schematics from that location on Basis Conspiracies. But man, so much stuff. Jampan says, WTC 1, 2, and 7 equals controlled demo. I mean, that's something we've talked about for a long time as a community, especially with building 7, actually with all of them. But I'm telling you guys right now, when you watch Codex 911, first of all, the people that go with you, obviously, hopefully you bring some people with you that aren't part of the Badlands community so they can get a chance to see it. But most people that are with you, they're going to be just as like, what the hell is going on here? What did they try to tell us? How did they pull this over our heads? And I knew some of the ways, but like, guys, there's just so many little nuggets in there, along with huge, just like bombs. Yep. Jessica Storm, she ruined the surprise. Mrs. Bright. I'm just kidding, it's not a surprise. And Jessica says, yes, I want to go to Nashville too. So now you guys know that if Jessica said it, it's on her because it was on my show, but Jessica said it. So when I said it, Jessica would have been able to say, no, Cam, don't say that out loud. But she pushed it too. So Baby or Dave, Mrs. Bright is the final word. I like that. I think we should start calling her that. Final word. We got to find like maybe in French. This final word in French. Because I know that she's Canadian and they learn French up there, I think. Why is this not working? Come on. Final word in French. I don't always do that, guys. They thought I meant the word final. I don't like that one. Dernier mot. Nah. Not a fan, guys. I'll just show it to you. Whatever. Dernier mot.
Dernier mot.
Yeah, that sounds just like someone going. Nah, 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 nah. I feel like I'm that lady from last night on OnlyLands, the one that was freaking out and going. I was just giving her the same energy back that she was giving us, guys. Don't at me. Matt VK, the final boss. This is BB. I love that. No, I wouldn't say final boss because like there's John's the final boss, but then there's also the person that like that coded the game. She's the game coder for GARTs. She's the GART game coder. And you know those choose your own adventure video games? She basically does one of those. She just gives you like the general schematics and the layout of the game, and then you go about your way and find your own way once you get to GART. Because when you get there, man, like, so I'll just tell you guys from my perspective. When Jackie and I first went, I had like all these plans, like things to talk to people about, because I knew I'd only get probably a few minutes with each one of the hosts, or like a few seconds, whatever. And I mean, that first night, ran into BB at the bar. He asked me if I wanted a Heineken because I'm black, and he was right. I wanted a Heineken, probably because I'm black. No, but we started talking, and then it was just like, I think he saw somebody in front of him that enjoyed hearing him talk and enjoyed hearing himself talk, me being the himself talk just as much as he does. And man, it was cool, man. It was really cool. But the point I'm trying to get at is you go to GART, you have a plan, you have a general idea. Like I think it was, I forgot who said it, but why is this not working for me? Oh, Nick Finishman. When you put names to faces, it's, especially in the chat, it's a game changer, man. Like every time that I see, so obviously Jessica, I know, but every time I see this guy, it's not that picture I think of. It's one of the times I saw him when we were walking through the lobby at the last GART. I just have that picture in my head. When I see this guy, it's from GART Plymouth, because a bunch of stuff happened. I think he was supposed to go to the VIP dinner, and some other stuff happened with his flight and all this other stuff. But I saw Evan in the, you know how it's like the sports coat, like Ghost wears. I saw Evan in a sports coat, walked up, and we started talking. Oh, Jackie saved him a plate of food, met him like in person at that GART. And just the moment I saw him, I was just like, that's the picture I have in my head all the time. Let's see. There's a few other people. Eleanor's is actually from one of our first Zoom calls. she was just sitting back real cool in her chair, just talking. And then the most recent one, she was driving, which was really funny because like sometimes the camera would be facing up, so like you could see looking up at her while she's driving. But yeah, man, like once you meet these people in person, you not only will you have friends, at least I wouldn't say for life because you never know, but you'll have real friends. I mean, these people are already your friends. People that you feel are your friends, you talk to them online, they are your friends, because what ends up happening is when you meet in person, it just confirms everything that you already knew. We in this community are so open about who we are, and we're unapologetic about it, that if someone rubs you the wrong way, probably not gonna be friends with them. If someone rubs you the right way, probably gonna be friends for a very long time. So definitely try to make it to at least a meetup, y'all, if not a GART for sure. And the virtual is fantastic. Like our chat is still going strong from 9, GART 9, Deadwood. And we started this thing. Shout out to Prevost 13 in the chat. Furry Fridays. So on Fridays in our GART chat, I honestly think we should just do it everywhere that we have the option. X, True Social, everywhere. Send in pictures of your furry friends. And it don't have to be just furry. It can be feathered friends too. There's some cute birds that have been on there. But Evan said 7-hour delay on the way. That's what he got. Yeah. Bunch of bullshit. But that's nothing compared to Matt Arrett. Hold on just a second. And scaly friends, Jackie pointed out. Let me take this off the screen, guys. I'm going to shut down the call thing. Apparently, you guys didn't want to talk to me today. I understand. Sometimes I don't want to talk to me either. I'm just kidding, guys. Let's see. I'll put this one down here. The bottom, I know it's moving kind of fast, but it's just telling you guys where you can find me. You can find me outside. I'm just kidding. But it's an inside joke. Jackie will laugh when she gets it. But on Mondays, I'm on Y-Chromes with CanCon, Alpha, and JB, the main show at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And then obviously this show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Saturdays. And I try to make it to every OnlyLands that I can on Friday nights at 10:30 Eastern time. So one day, maybe I'll start doing some stuff on my own channel, or I tried out this thing that Jackie was talking about earlier, the reposting thing, because I'd seen Zach do it before. And then she brought it up during Hooks and Harmony today. Shout out to her. Hooks and Harmony, 3 p.m. Eastern every Saturday before audio files. Gives you about an hour before audio files, because I think she ends around 5 o'clock almost every time. So it's really nice. But reposting. So if you guys don't mind, I'm going to do what she did, and I will show you how to do this on here. Let's see. I need to go to our Rumble stream. And then on our Rumble stream, let me share the screen. Oops. There we go. So on the Rumble tab, or in Rumble, so you see how I have, oh, you can't see my cursor. Wait, yeah, you can, hold on. So you see right here, this is where I reposted Flow on my Flow channel, but it's still Badlands Media one. So go to the page. I just realized the sound is going to click on. I'll try to pause it really quickly, guys. Badlands Media one. All right. Man, my voice sounds horrible. I'm just kidding. Oh man, there's 5 people that didn't like it. That's all right though. That's what happens sometimes. Oh, this is way too much, guys. I'm sorry about that. Let me pause it. But if you go down to repost right here, next to the thumbs down, click repost. I'll just undo it. So I undid it. So you click repost, and then you can put something in here. So I put Flow before. I'll put hello, beautiful people of America. And so now when you go to my feed, it should be on here. Maybe not. Oh, let me go back. Maybe I have to go to my channel. Well, this is a good way to bore you guys on the way out. Nope, not on there. Well, anyway, guys, eventually it'll post on there. So, oh, Jackie said under my reposts. Yep. Shows you guys how long she's been doing this versus how long I've been doing this. So you can see on my reposts, it's posted there. And then I did the same thing with Jackie's show earlier. So you guys all have Rumble channels if you're on here. I think you can do the same thing on YouTube as well. I'm about to get out of here, so I'm not going to go through the YouTube one right now, guys. But maybe next week I'll do it. But yeah, it's a great way to get more eyes on it, and it's still going to be attached and linked to Badlands Media. So it's not like I'm trying to put stuff on my own channel for whatever. Zach does it all the time for his shows, and I've noticed that it gets more people to Badlands Media. So yeah, guys. Jackie's so mean. Cam is the equivalent to a boomer when it comes to tech. So guys, real quick before I leave, the reason that is because there was a good like hold on real quick. Evan said so bored, Cam. Oh man. Fucking love you, dude. Hilarious. Oh man. Yeah, see, this is the type of shit talking that I like, guys. Sarcasm, poking fun at people. Love it. But yeah, so the reason I'm a boomer at tech is because there was a good like I think it was probably like 2 or so years after I stopped coaching. So probably around like 2015-ish. Probably till like basically around the steal. I was on nothing. Like I deleted my Facebook like immediately, probably like 2014. I hated it. It was annoying. Because people would always be like, you didn't respond to me on Facebook. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like text me or call me. I'm not going to respond to you on Facebook. Like this is stupid. Little did I know that the whole time people were just getting like psyopted into different sections of an already designed community to combat each other. So but I didn't know that. I just didn't like it. And then I was off Instagram, all that stuff. And then when I came back, the whole game had changed. Like, guys, when you get out of the tech game for a little bit and get back in, it is tough. Thank you so much, Stronger Now. Great show. Thanks, Cam. Thank you. Nick Fishman, I'm with you, brother. Thank you for that. And I'm assuming you mean with the boomer tech stuff, because the thing is, I'm not really a boomer when it comes to tech, but like, man, there are just so many things that the rest of these people, especially Jackie, knows how to do. Brad as well. Actually, there's plenty more people, but Jackie and Brad, Zach too, but Jackie and Brad are the two that have probably helped me the most, and Jessica as well. Hold on, Jessica is older than me and she knows more about tech than me, which is kind of frustrating. But like Evan said, things change fast in tech. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to go to the rants. I see one more rant that came in for sure. So ZBM says, if you like aliens, you should look up the Y files. Dude, ZBM, CanCon told me the same thing when I was at his house. He literally put one on and we basically just smoked, stayed up and just watched Y files for like a few hours. It was awesome. Like, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, ZBM. That's for $1, by the way. So ZBM says, if you like aliens, you should look up the Y files. Great show. And the episode about the secret Grand Canyon caves with Egyptian stuff in it is really cool. Lots of great info on that show. I have not seen that episode. I will definitely check it out. Thank you so much, ZBM. And let me see if we have any Badlands boosts. I probably should have done that before I left the page. Also, guys, Alpha is having... I saw the guy's name a minute ago. It's a name that is somewhat familiar to me. Oh, it was something Rizzoli, because I remember my best friend from my childhood. He's still one of my best friends now, but my best friend as a kid, his grandmother loved Rizzoli and Isles. And one time he wasn't in town, but I was hanging out with him, or I think it was her, his grandmother, his sister, and some other people at their house in South Carolina, in Charleston. And we watched like 10 episodes of Rizzoli and Isles, and for some reason I loved it. But People is up next at 9 o'clock, featuring Mark Rizzoli. Let me get the link for that. Also, Jessica, if you're here at the end of this, I'm about to sign off in a minute. You're more than welcome to raid. I would love that, because obviously I can't do it. But that's the link to the episode. Yeah, Mark Rizzoli. Mark Rizzoli is what I meant. Thank you, Black Hat Destroyer. All right. So with that being said, thank you again, ZBM and Mooney's mom, Frenchie, for the rants. I'm looking at the boosts now. I don't think there's any on here. Oh, there's one. Oh, I read this one last week. August 27th. Maybe I didn't. Shows you guys how well I know that. Oh yeah, I did, because my episode was on the 30th. All right, so no boosts over here. That is cool. All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for being here. I think next week I'm gonna come with like, I'm not gonna bore you guys with any like lectures or anything, but there's a couple things that I've wanted to kind of like go through, maybe read through some documents or something. Not like any of the guys and gals on here, like where they're reading like intense, serious documents. I'm thinking more of just like, documents, make you think, maybe some psychological stuff. But shout out to Abby, Blue Eyes 88 over on X for the PsyWar video. I know I put that in the chat, guys. I think I can probably just send Brad a message and have him put Abby's stuff in there in the description. But I'll try to put it in the description if you're watching on replay. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for flowing with me this evening. Thanks for laughing with me about my shitty situation the other day that Jackie unfortunately had to be around too. I'm going to do our soft disclosure ad. Soft disclosure. And then we're going to get out of here. All right, y'all. Jackie says put in comments. I'm not sure what she meant. I know what she meant. Never mind. She means to literally put it in the comments on my stream. If anyone else wants to do that, they can do it too. Just make sure it's only Abby's page. I don't want people putting on a bunch of other bullshit in there. But Black Hat Destroyer, this filibustering stuff is ending streams is spreading like wildfire. Yeah, so the reason it's happening is because I knew I forgot something, and it was the ad. So let's get to soft disclosure and get out of here. Get ready to ignite a revolution with soft disclosure. This isn't just a product drop. It's a full-on movement that's about to shake things up. This is personal care that doesn't mess around. No compromises, just pure unapologetic quality. First up, the lotion. Supercharged with aloe, goat milk, and our exclusive Badlands oil blend. This isn't your average drugstore goop. It's a barrier-restoring powerhouse. Choose unscented when you want clean and simple, or vanilla citrus when you want to smell like you actually give a damn. Then the deodorant. Natural, aluminum-free, and straight up badass. Built to last 2 months of daily use with scents like crisp mint or bold lemon grapefruit. No gimmicks, just protection that actually delivers. And finally, the tallow bar. And no, it's not deodorant. It's a vanilla coffee tallow stick. Primal fuel for skin that's been through hell. By the way, if you guys watched last night on OnlyLands, J-Trip made a good point. For dry feet, really dry things, tallow bar. The lotion works, but the tallow bar is going to give you the real nourishment that you want. Rub it where you need serious moisture. Here we go. Elbows, hands, knees, basically anywhere you're tired of feeling like sandpaper or just want baby soft skin. Every bottle, stick, and bar is handcrafted in Colorado by Badlanders who live and breathe truth. Partnering with Willow Wind Farm, Badlands Media. Partnering with Willow Wind Farm and Badlands Media, we're putting our money where our morals are. Soft disclosure. Make truth your routine. Head to softdisclosure.com. Use code Badlands for $5 off and join the fight today. All right, y'all. With that, I'm going to get us to the outro. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for flowing with me and Jackie today, with Jackie and myself today. I love you guys. Stay strong, stay smart, be aware. And remember, we're in a PsyWar. So watch out for your psyche. Love you guys.
You're gonna be alright. Just hold on for one night. It may take your whole life, but joy comes in the sunrise. Sunrise, just stay there. Good things will come later. God made you for greater. Hold on for that sunrise. To the lost and the broken, know where their home is. Don't forget where your hope is. I'm just helping you notice. You're gonna be alright. Just hold on for one night. It may take your whole life, but joy comes in the sunrise. Sunrise, just stay there. Good that you've been through. He was there right beside you, helping to guide you and let some light through. I'm just here to remind you, you're gonna be alright.